King Charles fears Prince Harry isn't aware Meghan Markle's pushing him into disaster. Welcome back, Royal Watchers, to Crown Chronicles, your ultimate source for the latest news, insights, and drama from the British royal family. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss an exclusive royal update. Today's story is one you'll want to listen to all the way through, because it delves into a tension-filled chapter in the House of Windsor, a story of concern, influence, and potential fallout surrounding Prince Harry, Meghan Markle, and King Charles himself. The royal family has always been under the microscope, but rarely has the public seen tension expressed in such a candid and worrying way. According to sources close to Buckingham Palace, King Charles is increasingly concerned about his youngest son, Prince Harry, and the influence Meghan Markle may be exerting over him. While the Duke of Sussex has always been fiercely loyal and protective of his wife, Palace insiders suggest that the king fears Harry may not fully realize the consequences of some decisions being influenced by Meghan, potentially setting him up for personal and public disaster. It's important to remember the backdrop here. Since stepping back from senior royal duties in early 2020, Harry and Meghan have navigated a complex path: interviews, high-profile deals, and unprecedented media coverage. Their departure from the traditional royal fold shook the monarchy, sparking debate worldwide about duty, family, and independence. Yet, the ripple effects of those choices continue to resonate, and King Charles, ever mindful of the family legacy, is reportedly deeply worried that the Duke of Sussex may be caught in decisions with long-term ramifications. Palace insiders indicate that Charles has tried multiple times to guide Harry, emphasizing the importance of careful consideration when it comes to media statements, business ventures, and public appearances. The concern, sources say, stems not from a lack of love, but from fear that Harry may be over-reliant on Meghan's counsel in ways that don't align with his best interests or the traditions of the royal institution. In other words, the king sees a pattern where Harry may be stepping into situations without fully understanding the potential fallout. The tension is further complicated by Meghan herself. Known for her ambition, charisma, and assertive personality, Meghan has undeniably transformed Harry's world. Many supporters admire her confidence and modern approach, while critics question whether some of her strategies place the Duke in precarious positions. According to insiders, King Charles fears that Harry may not always be aware of the full consequences of the decisions being guided or encouraged by his wife. These concerns reportedly cover both professional ventures and personal choices, including interviews, public statements, and business dealings that continue to keep the couple in the media spotlight. What makes this scenario even more complicated is the delicate balance the monarchy must maintain. King Charles, who has endured decades of public scrutiny, understands the media's ability to amplify mistakes or controversies. He knows firsthand how small missteps can lead to significant public backlash, something Harry has also experienced over the years. But unlike the past, this time the public is watching through a lens shaped by streaming platforms, social media, and global audiences, which increases the stakes exponentially. Some royal commentators argue that Charles's concern is less about Meghan as an individual and more about the combination of influence and timing. The king has reportedly watched as Harry has engaged in high-profile media appearances, podcast deals, and speaking engagements, noting the potential for tension between personal ambition and family duty. Each move, while perhaps beneficial in one context, could also fuel scrutiny and controversy, and the king fears Harry may not fully anticipate the long-term effects. Of course, it's important to highlight that Harry remains a devoted husband and father. His love for Meghan and their growing family is well documented, and many believe that his choices are guided by a genuine desire to protect and provide for them. However, Charles's concern appears to center on the broader consequences, the public perception, the strain on family relationships, and the potential impact on Harry's legacy within the royal institution. The media has seized upon this narrative, amplifying speculation about family dynamics and power struggles. Headlines suggesting that Meghan is pushing Harry into precarious situations have caused widespread debate. Supporters of the Sussexes argue that the couple is simply exercising autonomy and embracing modern approaches to royal life. Critics, on the other hand, point to the pattern of public controversies as validation of Charles's concerns, suggesting that Harry may be relying too heavily on Meghan's advice in ways that could complicate both personal and public life. Despite these tensions, sources stress that the relationship between Harry and Charles is far from broken. There are reportedly regular private conversations, efforts at reconciliation, and moments of understanding that demonstrate the king's enduring commitment to his son. The worry is not rooted in anger or estrangement but in concern for Harry's future, for his decisions, his reputation, and his well-being. Some analysts believe that this is part of a larger generational shift in the monarchy. Harry, like many in his age group, is seeking to define his own path while still maintaining a connection to tradition. Meghan's influence has accelerated this process, creating a dynamic where innovation, ambition, and independence sometimes clash with established royal norms. Charles, who has always navigated his own complicated relationship with modern media and public opinion, may be acutely aware of how quickly situations can spiral. His fear, therefore, is that Harry might be moving forward without fully understanding the consequences, both personally and institutionally. The Sussexes' recent projects, including media partnerships, speaking engagements, and philanthropic efforts, are all in the public eye, and each announcement or public appearance is analyzed by millions worldwide. King Charles, having observed decades of scrutiny and media-driven narratives, reportedly sees patterns that suggest certain choices could expose Harry to reputational risk or unnecessary stress. In his view, some interventions may be subtle yet significant, and he fears Harry might not fully see the potential pitfalls. But beyond the speculation, there is one undeniable truth: this is a family deeply bound by love, history, and shared experiences. The tension between Charles, Harry, and Meghan is emblematic of a larger struggle faced by many royal families across the globe, balancing tradition with modernity, public duty with personal desire, and legacy with innovation. In this story, the personal and the institutional collide in ways that are captivating, emotional, and, for royal observers, endlessly fascinating. For the public, this revelation sparks a multitude of questions. Will Harry heed his father's concerns? Is Meghan deliberately influencing decisions, or are these choices part of a shared strategy between the couple? And what does this mean for the future of the monarchy, the media narrative, and the dynamics within the royal household? Only time will tell. What we do know is that this story shines a rare light on the challenges of modern royal life, where love, influence, duty, and ambition intersect in ways that are both public and intensely personal. And in the middle of it all stands Prince Harry, trying to navigate a path that honors both his family and his own vision of life outside traditional expectations. Thank you for watching Crown Chronicles. If you enjoyed this exclusive look into the tensions and concerns shaping the House of Windsor today, make sure you subscribe, like this video, and leave your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think King Charles's fears are justified? Or is this simply the reality of a modern royal couple making bold choices in a high-pressure world? Stay tuned, more royal revelations are coming soon, and you won't want to miss a single one.